Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to write AI content that ranks on Google, that your users love, and that can make you money. I've been doing this for a few years now, and I've had the pleasure of working on the team with Jasper AI, and I've also been a blogging coach for Blog Growth Engine by Adam Enfroy. This has been an awesome opportunity because I've been able to learn, research, and test out many different AI writing tools. And in this video, I'm going to be going through the A through Z blogging process with using AI tools and how you can write content that truly ranks and also hits all of the nails when it comes to Google's quality rating guidelines. So let's go ahead and jump in here and go through the whole training. All right, welcome to the A through Z AI blogging course. Again, my name is Eddie, and I'm super pumped to really just show you how you can start AI blogging and do it correctly. So who is this really for? This is going to be for SEOs, course creators, community owners, e-commerce brands, side hustlers, and anyone who just really hates being last. I know the feeling because SEO is always evolving and you want to be ahead of the curve. So again, I am Eddie. I'm an SEO creator. I'm a trend spotting nerd. And I love coffee, and I always love to share everything that I learn. So this is the reason why I created this YouTube channel, so I can help you in the blogging journey, give you information about SEO, building a brand, and just showing up on all platforms. So I work for one of the greatest blogging communities, which is Blog Growth Engine. This is owned by Adam and Colin, who have been really big mentors in this entire space for me. So let's go ahead and jump in and show you this entire process step by step. And if you have any questions, you're always more than welcome to drop those in the comment section below. So the first part of AI blogging is you're always going to go after low-hanging keyword ideas. Once you understand that, you need to focus on your content planning. So finding low-hanging keywords and doing your content planning first is going to be the most important step of this entire process. And the reason why is that if you don't focus on these things first, you're going to be creating and publishing content without having some type of structure. And it's going to cause a lot of stress. It's going to cause you to burn out. And you need to make sure that you have some type of content plan in place. So what you can do to find low-hanging keyword ideas is you can use trend spotting tools. So the ones I go for and that use AI is called Glimpse, Exploding Topics. You have Google Keyword Planner. And if you don't want to use those tools, then you can also just really focus on ChatGPT. While it's only been updated to 2023, you can still use it to find a lot of good keyword ideas depending on the niche that you're in. Now, if you're stuck on keywords, you can use this prompt, which I'm going to show you how to use. So you can tell and ask ChatGPT to become a keyword research expert and have it give you 25 different seed keyword ideas in your category. So let's go ahead and jump into ChatGPT and show you how you can find keyword ideas from the very start. Now that we're in ChatGPT, I'm going to go ahead and enter the prompt. So I'm going to have this free prompt guide here for anyone to download in the description below. Again, if you don't know, I also run a newsletter called Content FOMO that is around SEO, being a creator, and just being on all platforms. So let's go ahead and just copy and paste this prompt here for the keyword research and topical authority. I'm going to enter it. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you obviously know what kind of category that you're in or just have an idea. So let's just say we're going to start off with eco-friendly, which is, I think, amazing niche for anyone to start in. So now that is generating some information for us, it's going to give us 25 different seed keyword ideas. And most of the time, they're very good. Perfect. So we can see here that we're getting eco-friendly products, sustainable living essentials, biodegradable packing solutions. We have green technology, eco-friendly travel. We also have transportation, sustainable gardening. I mean, there's so many different topics here that we can go after, but we don't want to stop here, right? We want to keep going. So let's go ahead and go back to this prompt. And then I'm going to ask, actually right here, I'm going to go ahead and ask for it to give me product categories and ideas that we can leverage in our own content. So now that I have this, I'm going to say for number, let's do number 15, let's do 10. And let's go ahead and do number 4. So now I'm adding that information in here and it's going to do pretty well. So certainly for the product categories associated with the number 15, 10, and number 4. It's going to start diving in and giving us some ideas here. So just for the sustainable finance, we have ethical mutual funds. We have renewable energy projects for investing. We also have how to allocate your budget for sustainable living. And there's also tools, apps, and other products for green financial planning. So this is pretty cool. I like the eco-friendly beauty one a little bit more. So we have organic face serums for sensitive skin. We have DIY natural moisturizers. We have top zero waste makeup brands. So just from this alone, we're picking up a decent amount of ideas, and you can continue this process over and over again. You don't have to stop here. You can keep telling ChatGPT to add more ideas, more seed keywords, and just going down this cluster so you can find and figure out more content ideas for your blog. So now that we have some ideas, I can easily put in, let's say, organic. Going into Glimpse, right? So let's go ahead and jump into Glimpse. I'm going to put in a specific seed keyword. So for anyone who has never used Glimpse, this is a trend spotting tool that allows you to find amazing ideas when it comes to the seed keyword. And you can also see the trend, and also people also ask questions. So let's go ahead and add organic in here. So when we add this information, Glimpse is going to, again, override Google Trends. So we'll see that we have a little graph here that shows you the trend line for a specific search term. You can add in specific search terms or long tail versions to get more information about a topic and how many times it's being searched per month. But what I really want to look at when I'm coming up with keyword ideas is you can grab all of these people also ask section and turn it into a Google Sheet or a CSV file. But if you notice, there's so many different unique topics. We can go over these for days, but essentially we have organic coffee, we have organic farming, organic coconut oil, mattresses, protein powders. I mean, there's even cotton underwear for anyone who is looking for better underwear. So we have protein powders again. I said food, baby formulas, and these are all articles that we can go after and write. So just from these things alone, you can also use exploding topics to help you come up with trends. But just from this spreadsheet, you can easily find 50 to 100 good, unique topics that are low-hanging fruit that your competitors haven't written about. So you can keep going down this funnel. So let's go and click on organic compounds. You'll see the trend line here. You could even view how many people are searching this. So we get about 88,000 searches per month. It's kind of dropped in the past year, 12%, but that's totally cool because there's so many other ideas. So now that we have that, you want to make sure that you understand the search intent of an article. So search intent is also known as user intent, is basically the main goal a user has when typing a specific query into a search engine. Now, again, this is super important because the biggest factor is that you want to answer the user's question very early on in your article. You want to make sure that that article is 100% relevant to the keywords that they're typing into Google. Once you found your low-hanging fruit ideas that we just talked about, you want to make sure that you match some type of search intent. Some of these examples are informational. So informational posts are usually going to be, how to do X, Y, and Z. What is X, Y, and Z? They're going to be questions, how-to guides, some type of information gain that you're providing to the user. The next thing is going to be transactional content. Your transactional posts are always going to be product roundups. So let's just say 5 best pickleball paddles, 5 best AI writing software. It's just going to be some type of list roundup post that's going to have a lot of buyer intent. The next thing is going to be commercial. So these are going to be your specific product reviews. They can be, if you're reviewing a specific pickleball paddle, or if you're reviewing a specific AI writing tool, or if you're doing a ChatGPT review, those are going to be like your commercial intent. They can also be alternatives or even comparison articles. So just to round it up here, you want to make sure that you decide on the search intent for these keywords, and you want to validate the content ideas. The good thing is we have a ChatGPT prompt idea that I got from Wes. He's an amazing SEO and website course creator on YouTube. So I'll go ahead and just tag him in the description. But I got this prompt from him. So we're going to go ahead and enter this prompt for a specific topic that we found from ChatGPT and continue onward with this process. So we're back inside ChatGPT. I'm going to go ahead and enter this prompt that we have that you can also get from the document. And thank you again, Wes, for sharing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a natural skincare routines, or let's just do actually zero waste lifestyle. So I'm going to go ahead and add the main category of zero waste lifestyle. This is going to give us 30 semantically relevant but unique topics under the main category of zero waste lifestyle. So it's also going to give us the search intent and variations of that topic. So let's go ahead and add this in here. And then again, this is really just to get a starting point. You don't want to 100% rely on what ChatGPT gives you, because you need to validate the keywords as well. And you want to make sure that people are actually searching these things up on Google or any platform. So this is going to give us an amazing table of different topics. So I'm already seeing some good ones. We have zero waste kitchen essentials, as that could be your pillar post. Then we have different types of intent. So we have best zero waste swaps for the kitchen. We have how to set up a zero waste kitchen, zero waste cooking tips, kitchen products. We have zero waste kitchen storage ideas. So there's so many unique topics here that we can go after. And this is just the beginning, because you could keep adding and adding onto the specific prompt, and you could have up to 50 to 100 ideas just from this alone. So just like I explained earlier, now that you have the semantically related keywords, you're going to want to make sure that you validate the content ideas from those topical clusters. Yes, we did find the search intent, but you need to validate the content ideas and making sure that people are actually searching for these things. So number one, you can go to Google search and type the specific keywords that you found and see what is ranking on the first page of Google. The second thing is you can use a keyword research tool like KeySearch, Ahrefs, SEMrush, Keyword Insights, or even Ubersuggest. You have so many different options to go from, and you can use these tools to help you validate the intent. And these tools will give you the volume of a keyword. They will give you how the CPC value, like how much is it actually worth, and how much are people paying for this on Google Ads. You can see whether or not it's going to be very competitive. But again, if we're using the emerging topics and finding low-hanging fruit keyword opportunities, these should be a little bit more easier. So then we're going to jump into the actual meat of the content, and this is developing your outline. So I normally don't recommend using ChatGPT to develop the outline, but I do like to grab ideas from my competition and think of my own. The free way is to use detailed SEO and grab the headings and telling ChatGPT to write new ones for you. While again, I don't really like this one, I normally grab ideas from Surfer SEO, and I sometimes use detailed SEO to help me develop these ideas. So in order to start this process, you want to have a content optimization tool. This is going to be Surfer SEO. You can use Phrase or Keyword Insights. These are my top 3 favorite content optimization tools, and this is how I write all my articles. So let's go ahead and jump into Surfer SEO and start writing and developing a outline and start writing from there. And I'm going to choose a random keyword that we can go after. All right, everyone. So we're inside of Surfer SEO. So like I said earlier, this is the tool that I use to write all my articles. It's the tool that I use to gather semantically related keywords, the word count, how many images I should include, and just about anything when it comes to SEO. I normally use this tool and their audit feature. They do have an AI writing tool that is, constantly evolving, which is a solid tool. I have used it before. But again, for this video, I'm just going to be showing you a few different examples and how I go about that. So I entered the keyword that I liked from ChatGPT, which was zero waste kitchen. The intent, based on the SERPs that I found, it's going to be more of like an informational post. It could either be in ideas or really just an informational gain listicle. So I went ahead and put it in here. We're going to do zero waste kitchen. And anyone here who hasn't used Surfer, really, you can almost every single content optimization tool looks the same. They have a content score graph. They have the word count, headings, paragraphs. They give you all the terms to include, which is really nice. And they even tell you exactly what kind of competitors they chose for you based on your keyword that you included. So we have, 11 steps to a perfect zero waste kitchen. We have 10 practical steps in creating a perfect zero kitchen waste kitchen. And we have, just other ones, very similar practical steps to a zero waste kitchen. So it's going to be like an informational post, which is really, really simple. So let's go ahead and jump in. And when it comes to picking the headings, like I said, I usually like to review the competition. If you look at the outline section, you can also view the headings here. So it's going to tell you, what kind of things you can include, the ideas, and even paragraphs. So I just use this very lightly. You could even use their new feature, which is insert outline headings. So if we click on this, it's going to go ahead and generate a ton of different headings for us. So most of them are pretty good. We could just pretend and mess around with this one here for now. There's some ones that you obviously want to delete or remove. But again, the most important thing is going into your competitors. You want to pick the ones that Surfer SEO chose. They're usually 90% accurate when it comes to choosing the competition. So I open up on a new page. And then what I do from here is I start to use a Chrome extension called Detailed SEO. and I like to review the headings from my competition. This allows me to kind of get an idea of what they're doing, maybe things that I can include and research from and add that into my outline. This process usually takes me about 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how much research you need to do. It could be a lot shorter than that, but essentially you can just go ahead and review the ones that you like and pick and choose, or just create your own. Same thing with the other websites. You go to Detailed SEO, you look at their heading structure, and you can see all of the different topics here. So one thing you can try out is you can go ahead and go to ChatGPT and you can copy all of these headings and then tell ChatGPT to create your own based on the keyword that you found. So this is how I've been doing it for the past 2-3 years now. If you have Ahrefs Chrome extension, you can actually view the content here, and you can view all of the heading tags as well. So this is super, super simple. It works great. And again, this is exactly how I come up with my headings, and I think of my own ideas. So please don't think that you're just like copying. You can come up with your own ideas. You want to make sure that you have some type of information gain, and you want to include some new ideas and new things in your heading structure. So just based on this, I think this is okay. I'm going to change some of the wording here. So 10 practical steps in creating a perfect zero waste kitchen in 2024. I think this is pretty good. So I'm actually going to turn these into H3s. So I do have a specific process for that I like to use. I don't really like to keep these as H2s. So let's go ahead and change that to what are the exact steps to a zero waste kitchen. So this is going to be an H2 here. And then all of these things are going to be H3s. Perfect. So to me, this was really good. So I think this is going to be fine for now. I am going to go ahead and start jumping into ChatGPT and showing you an idea of what I like to do. But if you notice on the right-hand side, we have a content score of 42 already. The average from the people that are ranking on the first page of Google are an average of 79 to 83. So you don't want to over optimize. You just want to make sure that you're in the same range as them. So the next step is starting to write in ChatGPT. So this is the first step that I take when it comes to making sure that ChatGPT knows exactly how to write the content that I want to write. So like I said, let's go ahead and start writing. So there's going to be 3 different options here. Number 1, you can do ChatGPT plus human assisted, which is my personal favorite. You can also just use a one-click AI writing tool, which you can use Surfer AI, Coupa, Koala Writer. And one that I've been testing out is SEOwriting.ai. All of these tools are essentially the same. They're all wrapped with specific, AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude. I mean, it really all kind of is wrapped with the same code. Or you can just write on your own. But the whole purpose of this is to use AI tools. So you can choose what you feel most comfortable with. I'll be showing you how to use this with ChatGPT plus human assisted. This also works with Claude, Perplexity, or any other AI tool that you want to use. So what you're going to want to make sure before you start the process is you need to feed ChatGPT the correct prompts. You're going to follow the prompts that I use, and the document is going to be, again, in the description below. This will ensure that you include Google's EAT quality factors into your content. And again, you don't have to 100% rely on AI, but again, for the purpose of this video, that's the whole reason why we're here. So yes, Google's EAT is experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. While this isn't a ranking factor, I still consider this one of the most important parts of the entire blogging process. You need to make sure that you're hitting all 4 of these things. And with the prompts that I give you, that should help you with 90% of it. So let's go ahead and jump into ChatGPT, start the process, and write from scratch. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be grabbing the starting blog prompt. You can easily change this. You can add to it or remove it. But again, this is what I'm currently using, and it's been very, very powerful for me. So let's go ahead and copy this. Let's go into ChatGPT. Let's go ahead and start a new chat here. And I'm going to just add this in here. I'm going to say act as a blogging writer, or let's just say act as a niche writer for eco-friendly topics. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and grab the first part of the prompt here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the blog introduction and using a negative hook. Technically, you don't need to do that if you don't want to. So I just remove this for now. I normally do, but it's not perfect for every single niche. So we're going to grab the blog introduction. I'm going to enter it in here and I'm going to copy paste. So write a blog post introduction using the past framework for my blog post title. So remember, we had all of this into Surfer SEO. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this here. I'm going to add up to 3 keywords. So since we're using Surf for SEO, there's keywords in here that we can leverage. And I'm going to just copy and paste a few different ones here. So let's do zero waste lifestyle. I'm going to grab 2 more keywords and I'm going to grab 1 more. So let's do plastic bags. All right. I put that in the wrong section. So let's grab this again. All right. So now that we have this, we can also have a bullet point list or section of specific things you want to include. So in this section here, you can really add in more of a personal touch to your content. And if you want to include something specific, you can do that. I always add something in here. So you want to make sure that you do that as well. So, if there's something that you know specifically about zero waste lifestyle or zero waste kitchen, then you want to include that into this section because that's where ChatGPT will add that in there as well. So you can say something like, I have had a zero waste kitchen for 2 years now. I specifically, I always make sure that I don't waste food and buy in bulk. So we had that in there. I also am going to add a word count. So I usually like to have my intros at usually 150 words, maybe less, but let's do 150. And the next thing I do, which a lot of people forget, is I like to grab the guidelines and also the content from the heading section. So ChatGPT understands that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this here. I'm also going to grab the content guidelines. So we're going to go back into ChatGPT. I'm going to add these. I'm going to drag and drop these in here. Boom. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to click enter and it's going to give us a pretty good intro usually. Cool. So it's starting to write for us here. So it says, ever felt overwhelmed by the amount of waste your kitchen produces? From plastic bags that seem to multiply in drawers, from the guilt of food waste that could have been avoided. The journey to a zero waste lifestyle can seem daunting. Yet imagine a kitchen where every item has a purpose and sustainability is not just a goal, but a reality. 2 years ago, I embarked on this transformation journey, aiming to not only reduce food waste, but to eliminate it entirely from my kitchen. So boom, I think this was great. Again, you can improve this or keep editing, but I'm going to go into Surfer and I usually go back and forth. I'm going to add in the intro now. So our score just went up to 54 and that was just from this here. And I think this is a really good starting point. As you can see, this process as you're writing can usually take you about 30 to 40 minutes or maybe even shorter than that. But this is guaranteeing that you're including Google's quality in there and also your own experience and preferences. So now I'm going to go into the next step, which is what are the exact steps to a zero waste kitchen? So I'm going to add that in here. I'm going to go back to the start blogging prompt. And this is going to be write a blog post paragraph leading to the list, which are going to be the 8 header 3s. So this is going to make it really simple and give it a nice flow. So let's go ahead and add that here. I'm going to grab that header 2 that we had and put it right here. And I'm going to include 3 keywords, just like I've been doing for the previous one. So let's go back into this Surf for SEO section. I'm going to go ahead and put in, save money. I'm going to do minimize waste. And I'm also going to just find a random one here and let's do, composing system. Let's do no waste kitchen. All right. And again, here you can include any brackets. I probably won't. I'm just going to say the word count is 50 words. So let's go ahead and see what it does. Transitioning to a no waste kitchen. Yeah, this is perfect. By adopting a systematic approach, you can transform your kitchen into a sustainable haven. Let's explore the exact steps to achieve this process. Boom. I think that's perfect. So I'm going to add that right here. And this is where it gets to the good part too. So again, you're just following this process over and over again. What I like to do is if it's like a step-by-step list or in a listicle article, I will try to only do 3 at a time of the headings because that's where I've noticed the ChatGPT doesn't mess up at all. So let's go ahead and input those in here. Let's go ahead into the start blogging prompt. So now we have all the H3s. So let's go ahead and add this in here. And we're going to do the exact same thing over and over again. So write a blog post paragraph. Actually, let me go ahead and make sure that I do it 3 times. So I'm going to copy and paste and do this over and over again. You can add up to 3 headings. So this section was for clean up messes with sustainable alternatives. We can do disposable paper towels for a keyword. You can add in your own keywords, but again, Surf for SEO is here for a reason, so we're going to be using them. Just for the sake of this video, I'm going to just grab random ones so you guys can all see this, how easy it is. You can add in the brackets. So I used to take hours cleaning, but these essential items have helped me. You can keep adding your own personal experience in there, keep repeating the process over and over again. So let's grab these ones. All right, so I went ahead and added for all 3 of the headings. So you can see that it's writing all of the paragraphs for us, and it's using the keywords. And also if you had any brackets where you included personal experience, this is where that will show up. So I think it's already doing a pretty good job. One thing you can do also is, again, change the word count if you want it to be longer or shorter. So you can see this is looking pretty good. I'm going to copy and paste these, actually just a paragraph, add that in there. Do the same thing for this one and same thing for this one. Cool. So we're adding more keywords. We're adding more information that that is Surfer SEO wants us to do and what's working for Google. And you can keep repeating this process over and over and over again. So as you could tell, this, took me maybe less than 10 minutes, 15 minutes to start kind of adding all the prompts and putting that together. So once I'm done with this will probably take me about no more than 45 minutes at the most. You could use AI writing tools like the one-click AI writer to do this all in once and then edit from there. But again, I personally like the ChatGPT plus human assisted because you can keep adding on to your own experience. So when it says buy loose fruits and vegetables from your local farm market, I can start adding my own information. If you really don't want to use ChatGPT for every single paragraph or heading, I could say, when I started shopping at Walmart, I finally realized that I no longer wanted to buy produce for my family there. I decided to get in my car and drive over to Whole Foods Market, which is a a really good organic marketplace, Whole Foods Market, so I can start to have a zero waste kitchen. And you can keep adding to this. You can use ChatGPT if you want to. You don't have to, but you see, I just started writing on my own, and you can continue doing this over and over and over again. So just from this process alone, you can see how powerful it is and how it's adding, your surfer score or content score is going up. You can keep doing this over and over again. So now that you've gone through the process of writing your article, you're going to want to edit, and again, don't forget to edit your content. So please just do not publish your content without editing it further. You need to make sure that your article is fact checked, because if you're using AI, there could be a lot of mistakes and errors. You're going to want to make sure that there's almost 0% plagiarism, because again, almost everything is kind of copied in a way. There's always going to be some type of plagiarism, even if it's like a sentence, but you want to be like below a 2 to 3%. You want to make sure that the article is 100% helpful. You want to include zero fluff in the post. So as you're editing the content, you can even include like a summary box at the top. You can include a TLDR section. You can make sure that the article is answering the intent early on in the post. So that is really important. So just to quickly show you how you can make sure that you answer this, the box here or the summary early on, is I'm going to go ahead and say to ChatGPT, based on the article structure and headings, write a quick TLDR of how someone can have a zero waste kitchen. And I'm going to say, make sure to only include bullet points and less than 5 words for each. So that's normally how I create like a summary box. It's reading the documents right now, and it's going to give us some pretty good information. So to achieve a zero waste kitchen, consider these steps. And then I'm going to go ahead and just copy that, go back into Server. I'm going to add that right here, then paste. So now we have you can put this into a content box or make it look nice, but this is essentially something that you can include in your article to make sure that you're answering the searcher's question. So also when you're editing, you can have Grammarly, the desktop for Grammarly app, and you can start, changing these things here and start fixing the grammar if you made any mistakes or think that it needs more of assistance. So if you're not using Grammarly, you can also use Quillbot. So Quillbot is another really solid tool that can not only help you paraphrase your content, but it's going to show you how you can remove fluff in your articles. Last but not least, you can start to repurpose your content. So once you've written your whole entire article, you can use either ChatGPT or you can use a tool called Revamped to repurpose your entire post if you want to put it for social media, if you want to create like a YouTube video, if you want to do it for Twitter or anything like that, LinkedIn. you can go ahead and start to use specific tools like ChatGPT or Revamp to repurpose your entire article, again, into a newsletter or whatever it may be. So this is a simple way to get that going, is just by using a simple prompt like repurpose this article for a newsletter, and make sure that you make it engaging, make sure that you add proper information that would engage the email viewer or YouTube video. So this is a simple way to get that started, and I highly recommend that you do that. So that's basically the overall process of my AI blogging workflow when it comes to ChatGPT plus AI assisted content, or human content. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and comment, and I'll go ahead and reply to your comment there. But this is the entire process of ChatGPT plus human assisted content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.